Hello, my name is Julie Nielsen and I'm proud to be the Superintendent of Schools for South Washington County. Health and safety is a joint effort as we move into this school year. It is important to remember that safety and security of our students is a shared responsibility. Throughout the summer, we have been working closely with the Minnesota Department of Health, or MDH, with the goal of getting our schools open and keeping them open. Throughout the month of June, we have had a health and safety planning team working with administrators, teachers, and as well as central office staff members to review protocols and work to implement various health strategies into our schools. At this time, we're going to take you on a little tour to see what staff and students can expect when they return. We are now in the back facilities area. We call it our dock area, where we have all of the supplies that will be going out to our schools. It has not been an easy task to locate and track down supplies and sanitization materials just due to everybody in the entire state and country wanting extra supplies. Our facilities group has done a fabulous job of stockpiling ever since late May. In front of me, you will see that we have various shields, masks, all of the different sprays that will go out, including hand sanitizer that will be in each classroom. We have sanitizing stations available in our schools in centrally located classrooms and areas. And then finally, in front of me, we have what's called a classroom mister, and these misters will be used throughout our elementary and middle schools just to hit smaller areas. And then at our high schools, we have larger misters with 75-foot hoses that can actually go throughout hallways and hit larger areas much quicker. As we think about supplies, we have over 100,000 masks for adults and 100,000 masks for students, with 67,000 more being delivered from the state. We have 2,000 face shields with an additional 2,200 more coming from the state. And we also have 100 desk shields for those students who are unable to wear anything on their face due to conditions identified by a medical doctor. We also have thousands of gloves ready for our staff. For our bus riders, it will be important that you wash and sanitize your hands thoroughly before heading out to the bus stop. It's also important, families, if your children are sick in the morning, please be sure to keep them home. And again, a reminder at the bus stop and as you're entering the bus, please make sure that you are wearing your mask. Masks are on as you enter the school bus. As students enter the school bus, you will see here in the front there is an area of masks, both small and large. And so if for some reason your child does not enter the school bus with a mask, they will be asked to put a mask on. And then also here we have a sanitizing area where students can just slide their hand underneath and sanitize their hands as they enter the school bus. As we step onto the school bus, you are going to notice that the school bus will look slightly different with students sitting spaced apart. They may be sitting with family members, as well as having assigned seats on the school bus. And finally, to know that our buses will be thoroughly cleaned each evening, along with the wiping down of high touch points on the school bus between every route. With the district policy in place, it's important to know that if for any reason students or staff need an exemption, please be sure to talk to school staff in regards to getting an exemption, which will require a medical doctor's note. I'm here at Park High School, and together we all need to do our part. So staff and families, please be sure that you put on your mask as you enter any of our school district buildings. As we step into the office, you will notice another protective measure we are taking with plexiglass in front of our employees. It's important to note that our offices will look different in terms of volunteers and visitors. Unfortunately, we are not able to accommodate our regular visitors and volunteers to the school, and parents will be allowed in only for those essential reasons. The green arrows on the floor here show students exactly the distance they need to be apart from their classmates. Teachers will take time during the opening weeks to make sure that students are trained and have the opportunity to practice walking in the hallways using appropriate spacing. All of our drinking fountains throughout the district will be closed off so students are not able to use them. However, in many of our schools, we do have bottle fillers which students will still have access to. We are recommending that students bring their own water bottles to school. Every school is going to look a little bit different in the cafeteria. Here is one of our standard cafeteria tables, and you will notice the star markings showing students exactly where they need to sit when they come in for lunch. All of our schools are working with the tables and chair setups that they have. This includes bringing additional equipment in, as well as creating larger spaces to accommodate students being 6 feet apart. In order to allow for all students to eat, lunch times will be staggered at all of our schools. Elementary students will have the opportunity to go outside. During this time, students will be asked to play in various zones of the playground. In the case of Gray Cloud, we could have a group of students on the blacktop, another in the field area, and one using the actual recess equipment. This will be a time when masks will not be worn. Students will learn the proper procedure for taking their masks off and storing them while they are out at recess. Other changes for students include the use of their backpacks instead of gathering at their lockers. When possible, students will be assigned the same bathroom to use throughout the school day. Sanitizing stands will also be in place throughout the school. As students enter the classroom, they will have access to hand sanitizer, as well as, should they lose their mask or forget their mask, they would have access to a disposable mask here in the classroom. Under our hybrid model, we will have A learning groups and B learning groups. As you take a look around this classroom, you will see, based on the color of the Post-it note, the desks are all set up for the various groups. Our special education classes, nurses' offices, and child care areas will have a spray disinfectant that you spray and leave it dry for 30 seconds. All classrooms will have access to a Purell brand spray sanitizer so educators can spray shared desks, tables, or high-touch areas between classes. Our staff will receive all the essential training during workshop week around health and safety protocols. It's important to know that as a district, we have a response team that will be in place to work with our county officials on any cases that may come up or occur here in the school district. You can review how the Minnesota Department of Health defines COVID-19 cases and what is considered a low-risk case. In addition, we have shared our communication protocols for when families and staff may receive a communication if a positive case is identified. Visit sowashcode.org/fall2020 and click on COVID-19 protocols. Please do not expect that you will be communicated with for every positive case. The district protocol will be used to assess your risk and communicate appropriately. The Minnesota Department of Health has shared with us that even if we do everything right, we still may see cases of COVID-19 in our schools. There is no one thing that will prevent it. That's why we have layers of protection and protocols in place. As you've learned today, health and safety is a shared responsibility. Together, we've got this.